All right, for our toast this evening. Okay. I'd like to thank everyone for coming and celebrating Karen and Andy's special day. It means a lot to them, and of course to Sue and I and Debbie. I have some long shtick and some short stuff. So we'll go with the long stuff and look half drunk. Okay, so we are going to have this toast for the newest Mr. and Mrs. Little. We assume they will stay the newest unless my brother tries for wife number 5.
Bada bing.
Oh, my wife says I need to go back to the short version. You know, usually... Uh-oh. I got a sister-in-law. Wouldn't you be glad to be without him?
Go long!
Okay.
Yeah, you better go long.
Usually the toast is given by a best man who is just out of college. I'm a little older than that, and so is the groom. And the best man usually goes, oh, I've known him since freshman year in college, and they go on and on. Sometimes it's a high school buddy. Oh yeah, we went to high school together, he's my best friend. I even go down to grade school. Our first day that I knew the groom, he went to grade school with me. Well, let me tell you, I've known him all his life. In fact, he and I were pretty closely connected even before he was born. So I can speak.
Look at Sue.
Okay. So you can go home now. Today's wedding occurred even though I advised both of them against it. I said, you know, kids, you're a little young. You might want to wait a few years, see if you mature, whether this is the thing for you. But they decided to go ahead with it anyhow. What happened? Last October, Sue and I were sitting on the beach with our dog Scruffy, and this old guy came up, and if I'm calling him old, he was old. He looked at us and he said, you know, if I could find a woman that loved me as much as you love that dog, I'd marry her. Well, you know, I think the same thing happened with Karen and her cats. In fact, Andy even learned to love those cats. Last night, as I was cleaning up after the rehearsal dinner, I was down there somewhere, and a lady who was a guest, I think she said this, or else I really imagined something nice. A lady who was a guest in the inn came down to Andrew, and she was complimenting him on his food and everything, and I heard him say to her, if your marriage is half as good as your food, you're going to have a great life. And I wanted to say, you weren't with him the night he served the morels with the worms in them.
Oops.
And now I'll get to the short version. This is the part. This is really the toast part. So please raise your glasses. Karen and Andy, our greatest wish for you is that the two of you grow to love each other more and more each day. And that sometime, many years in the future, maybe 50 years from now, you will be able to look at each other and say that today, your wedding day, was the day you loved each other the least. Drink.
Here, here.
Now let's drink.
Jim Little, everybody, give it up for him.
Yeah.
Very nicely done, sir.
I'll be here all week.